Hi, I'm Amy Klitzner. Welcome to my Etsy shop for opal jewelry. In this tray I'm going to show you Ethiopian opal rings that are all in stock and ready to ship. And if you want to know more information about any of these rings, just go down in the description part of the listing and you'll see by number more information about that particular ring. For example, that it is 14 karat yellow gold, size 7, with a 14 by 10 millimeter opal. To see the price, there is a drop-down menu right underneath the title of this listing. It'll say opal ring price, and you can look by number again through there to see the price. Right now I'm just giving you an overview of these absolutely beautiful rings. I've fallen in love with Ethiopian opal. Ethiopian opal is new. It's only been on the market since 2008 when they started exporting it from Ethiopia. And it comes in white Ethiopian opal or black Ethiopian opal. And these are all solid opals that you see in this tray. They're not doublets or triplets. For example, this is a solid white Ethiopian opal, and this is a solid black Ethiopian opal. And this is a semi-black Ethiopian opal. And I'm going to pick up each ring in a minute and show it to you so you can see it a lot better than in this tray, and tell you just a little bit about it. And the numbers are below the ring. We're going past some of my Ethiopian opal wedding bands. They're all handmade with a handmade texture to the metal. And then on the bottom I have men's rings and some of the large statement rings for women. This one is an Australian black opal, and I don't know why it's in this tray, but I'm going to leave it there for now. These are black Ethiopian opals, these two beautiful rings. And you can see when I hold them up in the light, see if I can get it, you can see the fire much better. There you go. Beautiful. So let's start at the top. This top row of rings are all one of a kind. That is, they don't have, I never made a mold of them, so they aren't existing elsewhere in my Etsy shop as made to order. These are all just one of a kind and exist here in ready to ship. Whereas most of the rings in the rest of the tray also exist in my made to order listings and can be bought in gold, yellow gold, white gold, rose gold, or sterling silver. I can cast the setting for you in any of those golds if you prefer. These rings are the samples that I used in order to list these items on Etsy. And so I had to make them for the pictures. And now I'm figuring out a way to sell them by shooting this tray for you so you can see all of my made to order, all of my ready to ship items in one place. These are filigree engagement rings in this row. Like these, for example. This beautiful ring has a white Ethiopian opal in it. And this one is in white gold with diamond accents. A beautiful ring. And this one is in yellow gold with a black opal in it. Now if you went to my made to order section, the section that says opal engagement rings, then you could choose your own opal if you wanted to, and you could choose the type of gold. Let's say you wanted a white opal in white gold or a white opal in this yellow gold. You could choose that, and I'll make it to order for you. As I said, I do have a mold of most of the rings that you see in this tray except for the top row. This beauty is my premier ring in the shop right now. It's a one-of-a-kind ring, and I'm going to lock down the camera so I can focus it with the other hand. Let's see, what's the best way to do this? So this ring has 0.60 carats of VS1 diamonds, and this is an extraordinary semi-black Ethiopian opal. It's extremely rare, these semi-blacks, and especially with this kind of clarity and this kind of fire. The ring is 6.98 grams and the opal is 4.98 carats, and it is 18 karat white gold. And this is definitely a one-of-a-kind ring. I don't have a mold for this one. I only made one of these. So if that's what you're looking for, a very high-end one-of-a-kind ring, I suggest you take a look at this one. Beautiful opal. Wow. Yep, there goes that focus again. So the top row are probably the least expensive rings in this tray. I didn't organize it by price, I organized them by category. So these top row are the ones that are only one of a kind. You can't get them in a different kind of metal, and you can't get them with a different kind of opal. Whereas the other ones, if you see one you like, but you really want it with a different opal or a different metal, you can go to the made to order section and order it. This is a beautiful 10 by 8 millimeter Ethiopian white faceted opal. It's very difficult to facet Ethiopian opal in a very simple band, something you could wear every day. That's number one. Put that there. This one is number two. It's a filigree sterling silver ring with a beautiful 5.5 millimeter opal. And of course you're going to have me size most of these rings. This is number three. And that is no problem at all. I can size them for you. You need to give me an extra few days to do that for you. This is an adjustable ring. You just put it on and it can adjust to your finger size. Especially if you have arthritis, this is a great ring. And this one has black rhodium plating over sterling silver with black opal and white opal, whereas the other one has gold overlay over silver. Again, these are very comfortable. It does spread out a little bit when you put it on. This beautiful little ring would be a wonderful daily wear ring. This one's number 5. Beautiful opal. This one-of-a-kind ring is number 6. Has some marcasite going on here. And a beautiful opal. And sterling silver. They're all either sterling silver, 14 karat gold, or 10 karat gold. This one has a beautiful opal and white topaz as the accent stones. That one was 7. Number 8. Let me see. Number 8 has CZ, cubic zirconia accent stones. And a beautiful opal. And this one has tanzanite accents. This is A beautiful ring, number 9. I love tanzanite with opal. It just brings out this beautiful color in the opal. It reflects the purple from the tanzanite. It's one of my favorite accent stones for opal. This one has cubic zirconia accents. A really nice engagement ring. And number 11 is a very simple engagement ring. If you want the classic one stone engagement ring. Same with number 12. And these are very reasonably priced, these rings in the top row. Going to go to number 13. Number 13 is an Art Deco style ring with a beautiful large 12 by 10 millimeter opal in gold. Ready to ship. Number 14 has a stunning opal. There is so much color in this beautiful large 14 by 10 millimeter opal. Look at the clarity and the color in this opal. It is just incredible. Wow. And this ring is a very special ring in the shop. "14-karat yellow gold. Definitely a statement piece. Put it on my finger a little bit so you can see. With a stunning opal. I don't have this listed anywhere else at the moment. It takes quite a bit of time to do the individual listings because I do a video for each ring. And so many of these, I would say about a third of these in the tray, aren't seen anywhere else in the store. This beautiful design, this filigree design, has one of the rare semi-black Ethiopian opals in it. And look at the green fire and the orange fire in this opal. A very large opal. I'll put it on my finger a little bit so you can see what it looks like. Stunning. And here's another filigree ring, number 17. And this is with a faceted Ethiopian opal. As I said, those are really hard to cut, so they're rare. With another filigree setting. So you can buy this one in sterling silver, or if you really want it in gold, you can tell me, I want that stone, but I want it in gold. And I can make it for you and take the stone out of this one. It is about 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks for me to cast something in gold for you. I cut these opals myself because I love this 1920s era, perhaps, Art Deco style ring setting. I got an original mold for this ring from a jeweler who was retiring, and so I'm able to cast this for you in gold or silver. Look at this opal. It is such a beautiful opal, and it is such a beautiful ring setting. Art Deco, love the Art Deco. Here's the same ring setting, but with quite a different style opal in it. This one's not cut like a cabochon. This one has facets. And again, if you decide you don't want this ring in silver, you want it in gold, if you have 2 to 3 weeks to wait, I can cast one in gold for you. This is a one-of-a-kind ring. I don't have this mold anywhere. And look at the clarity on this beautiful opal. Ethiopian opal is quite different from Australian white opal. It has this beautiful clarity, and it catches the light quite differently. Australian opal is somewhat more milky looking. Ethiopian opal tends to have a clearer body, either a yellow body like this one, with this very large opal, Put it on my finger for you. In an organic style setting. Or it can have a very clear opal like this one, number 22. Again, this is one of my handmade, organically styled settings. This one has 3 Ethiopian opals and a nice bezel around it with little leaves and flowers right around the opal. A very unique ring, number 22. Number 23 is a classic, very simple, beautiful setting with this large, whiter colored Ethiopian opal. And look at how it catches the light. It's just amazing. I get my opals from a very, very good source, and I have them cut for me. I tell them the sizes I need and whether I need a white or black opal. This is 24. Whether I need a white or black opal. And he cuts them for me, and then he flies out from Ethiopia once or twice a year to my studio. And I look at the opals in person, I look at them under magnification. And then I pick flawless opals, gem grade flawless opals. It's important that there is no crazing or cracks in the opal so that it won't crack when you're wearing it. If you whack an opal, it can break or scratch, but if it is flawless, it tends to be fine. In fact, Ethiopian opals are much more durable than some Australian white opals. They've actually done a drop test where they dropped a ring with white Australian opal and a ring with white Ethiopian opal, and the Ethiopian opal withstood the drop. This is a setting in my shop that I call my shop special. It is the most reasonably priced setting in the shop and has a nice simple design if you don't want anything too ostentatious. And it comes in this small size, which is a 7x5mm stone, and it comes with a larger size opal, a 10x8mm opal. So you have your choice. I'm going to show you this with a little bit of light on it. Ethiopian black opals need the light to show their color. See if I can keep it in focus here. Let's see if I do this. And you can see as I put it in the light that you can start to see the red fire and the green color in the black Ethiopian opal. And when you take the light away, they're quite dark, so you should know that about Ethiopian black opal, that when you walk outside or walk into another lighting situation, the fire will pop out at you. And when you walk into a room without very much direct lighting, it will turn dark. And that is the nature of Ethiopian black opal. Let's see if I keep this locked down. I'm going to lock the focus and see if I can do this better for you. This is another one of those settings that is my shop special. And this is a faceted black Ethiopian opal. A nice dark opal. And it has this green color to it with some red fire deeply in it. It's a beautiful ring, beautiful opal. And the next one is a large 10x14mm black opal. These are black opals in this row. And you can see when I put the light near it how this red fire just pops out. It is an extraordinary opal. Very rare to find this much red fire. This is what you want in a gem grade Ethiopian black opal. See if I turn it around for you. And this is in 14 karat yellow gold. A large 14x10mm opal. There it is in my hand a little bit. I'm going to focus this up for you and turn the ringer off on my phone so we're not disturbed. There you go. This next one is a 16 by 12 millimeter large black Ethiopian opal. And this one is quite different looking than the one we just saw. It's got a little bit of a milky cast to the stone, and it has all these speckles of colors. That's what's so wonderful about opals, is that the patterns that the opal fire makes is so different in every opal. So every opal ring is a one-of-a-kind ring. I want you to see those two together because they're so different. See if I can get this focused a little better. They're so different from each other, yet both Ethiopian black opal, both gem grade. Both set in 14 karat yellow gold. This black opal, let's see, I'm going to adjust something here on the camera again. Here, I'll give you something to look at while I do that. There we go. Now I will have a better time. This beautiful setting with the black Ethiopian opal has these swirling designs on the side. Let's see if I hold it here. I'll stay in focus. It's a nice design for an engagement ring. And if we give it a little light, I think my light is actually, let's see if we give it a little more light here. Let's try a different light. There you go. Now you can see the fire. Look at this yellow fire, red fire, Ethiopian opals, black opals. Love the light. Beautiful ring, ready to ship. Wow, beautiful opal. In fact, now that I have this great flashlight to show you, I'm going to shine this on these guys so you can see the difference. See how the one on the left has red fire and it's a more of a clear bodied stone. The one on the right has speckled fire and it's a little bit more milky of a stone. It's all just preference. They're both gem grade beautiful black opals. These two right here, see if I can get the light on them right. This is a tall ring that is off the finger with an organically styled texture to it. And when I give that a little bit of light, you can really see the fire in this beautiful black opal ring with a very, very large opal in it. A 14 by, I think this might be a, no, it's a 16 by 12 millimeter opal. We don't really talk about opals by carat weight that much, because some of them are tall and weigh more, so they have a heavier opal weight to them, but yet the face size, the size which is 16 by 12 millimeter, is the same as one next to it, whereas one might be a certain amount of carats and the other one might be a carat less than that. So the face size of the opal is really what you want to talk about, the millimeter size. How big does it appear on your hand? This is a 12 by 10 millimeter, for example. Beautiful black opal. And you can judge what it will look like on your hand by the millimeter size of the opal. This one has all of the colors in it as well. Next to it I have a beautiful 14 karat gold ring with a pear-shaped opal. This opal really has a punch to it. See if I can catch the light on this beautiful opal. This is a lovely ring for an engagement ring. or just a cocktail ring. I put a black antique patina on it to bring out the design. And this one next to it is a very special opal, number 20, where are we, number 35. This opal has a lot of fire, set in 14 karat yellow gold. See if I can get it in the right direction to show you that. It's got these sort of stripes in it, this opal. It's a really special opal. And it's translucent, you can see all the way through it. And the last one in this row of black opal rings, number 36, has a faceted black opal in it. Take the light off it, it's overexposing that a little bit. And this is one of my nature-inspired rings. It has a leaf that wraps around the opal. I do make this ring with an opal triplet option if you like those type of opals. I love this opal, it's got all kinds of orange in it. I'm going to stop the tape here so that I can continue on the next reel because it's easier to upload to YouTube if it's a shorter video. And I will pick up with part 2 in a minute.